Good morning, Jim. Skyfly. Good morning, Brenda. Hello, Boner. You being a good boy? Sometimes it feels difficult. Hey, Lance, how you doing? Logan, good morning.
Well, Paul.
Here comes Justin. Did you do anything interesting last night? You what did you go over on East Coast?
What?
Did you go over on and with Matt?
Yeah.
I couldn't find it, so
Northeast Drone Productions.
it wouldn't pull it up on mine. So maybe I'm banned or something. I don't know.
No, Matt wouldn't have had no reason to ban me. Look, I'll even pull it up on your.
How long did it go?
If mom was so far, would you
Not right now, Kelsey. Thank you, though. Hold on a sec. Let's check something. And so I'm on your channel. Northeast. Yeah, you're subscribed to them with notifications turned on.
Okay.
I
Well,
don't
for some
know.
reason I couldn't. But this computer's been acting up.
But you can't ban somebody from finding your channel anyway. So, and whenever you like block somebody from your channel, all it does is block them from being able to comment on your videos or in your live chat. That's it.
Okay.
It doesn't block your channel like where you disappear from them.
So how late were you on?
Not very long. I don't remember what time we got off, to be honest.
Just an hour or so?
Do what?
Was it an hour or more?
Yeah, it was a couple hours.
Okay. Did you have a lot of people?
Yeah, there's quite a few people.
Good. Well, it's nice to see that he's back on doing live once in a while.
I think there was about 7 or 8 people that showed up on the panel.
Good.
No, it might have been more than that. Might have been around 10 people.
Oh, that's good.
Because people came in and out. What's up, Logan, Lance, Joel, Brenda, Jim?
And I went and got it shipped first thing this morning and got it posted. There isn't a lot of ship traffic going on out there right now.
river just north of Cooler Bridge, drifting down under Cooler Bridge.
Yeah, get that, Joel.
That is correct.
I'll set past 9 when I got to work. So I got to get up around that time too. Usually get up at like 3, about between 3:45, 4. Are you gonna ships this morning?
Yeah, I got one this morning. There isn't a whole lot of ships out there right now. In fact, drifting underneath the Blue Water Bridge is the St. Clair County dive boat, and the divers are in the water. I don't know what they're looking for, but they're in the water.
Or something going down there? Was that like a little?
Well, they're having an annual walk.
Yeah, it looks like a big walking club or something.
Yep. There was signs down there this morning.
Probably some charity walk or something.
Yeah.
Wonder how far they're going.
They usually go down here to the park, turn around and come back. And they go north of the bridge.
What ship did you catch this morning?
It was a Canadian steamship, the Assiniboine. It's a self-unloading bulk carrier. CSL's Canadian Steamship Lines.
Down.
How's Doug doing?
He's on the side of his cave chilling.
He's still hanging out?
Yeah, he was out like all day. Like the day before yesterday, he was out all day long.
I bet he was tired after that, huh?
He was out of his cage for quite a while the other day.
Does he mind when you put him back in his cage? Does he act
What?
like no, 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 or
What?
Doug?
Why?
When you put him back in his cage, does he want to stay out or?
You didn't make yourself one? Why not?
Did he eat up all his worms, Justin?
Oh yeah, I said that before, Jim. Man, if you look at like presidents over their 8 years, like Obama and some other ones, dude, they age really bad from that job because they're just on the go all the time. Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Today's his birthday, isn't it?
I have no idea, to be honest with you.
Oh, tomorrow. Okay.
But that job will age you, though. That's why I said, like, if you look at presidents that did 8 years in a row, look at them in their first year in president, and then look at the very last year, and they age like crazy. Every one of them does. Like as young as Vance looks now, if Vance was to do 8 years, it would age the hell out of him. Like I said, it's a very demanding job. You're on the go 24/7. I bet Trump don't get but like 6 hours if he's lucky to sleep every day.
Yeah.
You know, that's for
Well,
anybody at
that's a
that
demanding
level.
job for sure. Well, not only demanding job, demanding responsibility.
Yeah, they're probably no put it over there. Yeah, they're probably constantly waking him up for shit too, like because they're gonna inform him of every little thing going on around the world. Because Trump's one of those guys that he wants to know about everything that's going on. I bet his briefing meetings are like hours long every day.
So any big plans for you and the family today or no?
Nah, not really. Gonna do a little. Sorry, we're gonna do some grocery shopping a little bit.
Now, did she pick him up his worms?
Oh yeah, he got those the other day.
Did he like them?
Oh yeah, he always eats a lot. Popcorn too. Popcorn too. No, she's asking for Kelsey.
The kids making you breakfast or what?
Kelsey. No, Kelsey went in the kitchen, made me breakfast, brought it to me, and then standing there looking at me. I was like, "What?" She goes, "I was just wondering if you're going to eat the rest of that burrito." I said, "How come you didn't make yourself something?" She said, "Well, I thought me and Mom were leaving, so I was like, so I gave her the rest of my burrito."
So Kelsey's gonna go with Sarah shopping.
Yeah, they're just going to go to the grocery store. Can't wait till it's Costco opens up in Lake Wells because that's going to be right down the street from us.
Oh,
We got a Costco going in over there. Like our city's starting to get all those stores that are usually only in the really big cities. Like we're starting to get, we got a Target coming in, we got a Costco coming in. Like those are stores you don't see in every city in town.
yeah.
Usually they have to have a pretty significant population size. And if this no property tax thing goes through, and with the exemption up to $250,000, I think it is, and it's supposed to go up to like 400 and something later on. That you're going to see even more people moving here. It's going to get even crazier. Because from what I understood, they're starting to tax The exemption will be $250,000 homes or cheaper. And then I think they're gonna go up to like, it's around 400 and something $1,000 that you'll be exempt from paying taxes on.
Wow. That's just the state of Florida, right?
Right, but they're gonna make it up in tourism taxes. So they're not taxing us, they're taxing out of town people.
Okay.
Because Florida averages about 150 million visitors every year. So we get a big, huge uh, group of people coming in every year on vacation. If you just add like 25 cents here, 25 cents there, just these little extra bits on people's checks or hotel stays, stuff like that, it adds up to billions of dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we already don't pay an income tax, Logan. When you do our taxes here, you just file federally. That's it. There's no state taxes. But I don't see that not passing by a landslide. You guys are funny. Michigan's get screwed on everything there. Yeah, it's crazy. You guys got to pay two different taxes every year. That's wild. Jim said property taxes here in Michigan are ridiculous. Imagine you think your property taxes are bad. Imagine living like Connecticut or something.
I'm trying to remember, yesterday they had that big launch on the stock market,
Uh-huh.
and how many of his employees became millionaires overnight? I can't remember, but it was a big number.
Yeah, they said it was over like 400 or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It was like 400 or 500 people.
Yeah, or no, it might have been 4,000. I remember it was four something. I think it was 4,000 employees. They said,
Wow.
yeah, he's worth 1.2 trillion, so he's got 200 million on top of that. So he's actually surpassed it by a big chunk.
Not much going on here this morning, is there?
Here in Arizona, property tax and cheap car yearly license so high. I used to pay 2,500 a year, $2. That's wild, dude. That'd be like for two vehicles here, you'd be looking at like 100, probably about $128 a year. Actually, that'd be for 2 years on each one. It'd be about $62, $63 per car. So it'd be like 126, 127.
165. It was my renewal on my license coming up.
Yeah, 'cause I only pay like 32 a year, I think. No, yeah, 32 a year for my phone, or 64 for 2 years.
Yeah, $165 for a year for my Tahoe.
Yeah, I'd pay that for 2 years on two vehicles. You know what I'm saying? That's cheap.
Well, when I lived in Kansas City, I think my tab fee was like $300 or $400 a year.
Yeah, we don't pay hardly anything here. I can't remember how much it is to get a tag. I think that's like $100 or something. It's not extremely expensive. I can't remember how much if you have to buy a tag, but if you already have a tag,
165. I can do it by mail.
$1 million property is about 3,500 per year. Yeah, see if I'm understanding the way our thing's going to change here in Florida is eventually they would get up to 450,000 exempted off of that. I think is how it'll work. So they'll start to pay some property tax anything that's over
Good afternoon,
450,000,
Mark.
but you get exempted up to that
Hey,
much.
Paul, Justin.
So, Mark. See, they killed the leader of Trinidad Aragua yesterday.
Where?
The leader of Trinidad Aragua in Venezuela. Trump put a
Oh.
missile right through the dude's roof of his house, killed him.
Was that recently?
Yeah, they was in conjunction with Venezuela was helping the U.S. Oh yeah, the Venezuelan government's all buddies with Trump now
Well, I know, but that's
because they don't want to get taken
we
out like fucking
we
Maduro
don't
did.
talk about Venezuela ever since Iran, you know?
Yeah, they took the gang leader out in Venezuela yesterday.
Oh, it's a gang leader. Right. I wouldn't know the
Well,
names of any gangs over
Trinidad
there.
Aragua, dude. At this point, I wouldn't even classify them as a gang, dude. They're a cartel.
Yeah, I wouldn't know the names of any of the cartels either, to be honest.
No, they're definitely. I would classify them. They're up there with the cartels. They need to be dealt with on a different level. They were the ones that they were sending all of them to shit. What was the country where the guy was locking them all in prison for Trump? Which I
Not
haven't talked to.
Argentina, was it?
I can't remember which country it was, but they had yeah. That apparently that's what Venezuela apparently is giving intel on things.
Well, America beat Paraguay 4-1.
How many games do you have to play to get to the very last game?
You've got 3 in your group.
And then you got to
Well,
play
there's
another
4.
group. There'll be 4 groups after that, right?
There are 11 groups. No. However many L is. L is the last group. So there's A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. 10 groups. There are 16 teams go through.
They're just going to keep working down on the tier system until they get to the last 2 teams.
Well, it's a group stage at the beginning. So you play your games in groups. And
Yeah, and then whoever's
then
the
it
outcome
goes-
of those groups play each other.
then it goes to knockout.
Yeah, and then it just keeps working down till the last two
Yeah.
of the best teams are left.
Yeah, so the winner will play 3, 4, 5, 6,
I
7.
actually used to know a lot more about soccer when
I
I was
think-
younger. But I haven't played in years. I don't remember all the rules.
It's either 8 or 9 games for the final.
Yeah, I played. That was actually the one sport I played a lot when I was a kid. I played 6 years in a row of that on a city league because my dad and his buddy both sponsored our team, so we all like nobody had to pay for uniforms or equipment or anything. Everything would be paid for you.
Hmm.
You just had to sign up.
Uniforms. It's a kit, not a uniform.
But we had those, and like all if you needed a ball, anything like that. But see, my dad's buddy owned a sports store, equipment store that sold it. So he provided our team with all the free stuff. We
Right.
didn't have to pay for none of our equipment. Even when we did baseball, and stuff like that, he provided all the bats and the gloves and everything.
That was handy. So,
Yeah, well, I'm sure it cost him some money out of his own pocket. For sure.
yeah. So we've got Qatar versus Switzerland at 3 p.m. Eastern, and Brazil versus Morocco at 6 p.m. Eastern today.
And how long until we get to the championship game, like the last game?
The final. It's
Yeah, what is that?
2 weeks, I think.
Okay, so this is 2 weeks of gameplay, though.
Yeah. And there can be anything from like 3 to 5 games a day.
Yeah, I was a goalie and a backup forward. That was the two positions I played.
What the hell is the backup forward?
It's like you fill in for one if one of your forwards gets hurt or something.
All right, okay.
Like because we would train for like everybody would have two different positions that they would train for. Because our team actually won like our like little city championship thing. We won it like 4 out of the 6 years we played. We were a good team. And we had a set of brothers, the Martinez brothers, and they were freaking good. They were both Mexican, and them boys could play. They were our two forwards.
Yeah, football is really big in South America.
You know, these guys could play. Like we were a really good team. We never did any like state thing or anything, but we did win like our league area. I don't remember what they call it. But it was all the teams in the area that played each other.
Uh-huh. Can you hear that bird? Or is Zoom knocking it out?
I don't hear no bird.
No.
What are you outside?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quiet, dude. You can't hear anything.
Uh-huh. I've got a song flushing the tree over my head.
Oh, I just heard it for a second.
Yeah. You'll probably hear it more if I'm speaking. You might hear it over them. If it opens the mic up. Can you hear it now then? Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it a couple of times, pretty faint. I'm curious to see how much FIFA makes off of this all when it's all said and done.
Mm.
Cause you
Is
know, over here, dude, we're gonna market the shit out of something. And that's all you're seeing is FIFA shit on everything right now.
Is Matt using the free version of StreamYard or something?
Oh yeah, he does. He won't pay for it. Even when Matt was streaming on a regular, Matt refused to pay for it.
Uh-huh.
Because Matt didn't like having more than 6 people on the panel.
Yeah.
So he did. But Matt also is pretty cheap too. Though. You got to pry his wallet open.
You only get 2 hours for that as well, for the live stream, because it cut off while he was saying goodbye.
No, you get up to 20 hours free a month. And he only uses it like once every 6 months, so he's well under that limit.
Yeah.
Now, what it probably was is because he hasn't live streamed in so long, he probably hit the leave button before
Uh-huh.
before
Before he finished
he
off.
finished his sentence.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't see the very end. I just when I left. I shut it all down. I started watching something.
Did you see where Oregon is trying to put a ballot on the for everybody to vote on, which would exclude you being able to go fishing, hunting, or anything, any killing of any animals.
They do that, they're going to have a lot of wildlife problems. You gotta sometimes when certain groups of animals get so big, you do have to call them back a little bit because it was like what Ron was saying. The reason they do that is because it helps with keeping like diseases under control in herds and stuff like that. You can't let herds just get overpopulated. If they're not going to allow anybody to hunt or fish, the state's going to have to pick that up and do it themselves. As a
Well, they're looking at all the animals, even the
environmental
fish, as
control.
being a live being.
It's being put on the ballot because they needed 117,000 votes. They got 122,000.
Yeah.
So talking about a batshit crazy state.
Yep.
Well, like I said, that's not good for your
Good job.
animal population. There needs to
No,
be a
it's not.
healthy balance of people eating animals and then replenishing at a they need to be, that's just part of life.
Oregon, I had land. I owned land in Oregon, and I was always pissed. It was out in Klamath Falls. I owned 2 acres, and I was going to build up there and live up there. I'm so glad that my ex-wife sold it from underneath me. If I had it right now, I probably couldn't give it away.
What's crazy is people look at us like eating a cow is like horrible, right? So other people do. But then it's like, well, what do you think a lion does in the wild? The wild is just as deadly
Yeah,
and just as vicious.
the bill also says you can't even hurt an animal.
But what I'm saying is the animal kingdom itself is so much more vicious than what humans are to animals.
Just think of
So what
something.
do you
When it
think?
goes on the
Lions
ballot,
go sit
there's
and
no
eat
way it's
fruit
gonna
salad?
pass.
Think lions go and sit and eat fruit salad? No, they take a fucking gazelle down, eat that bitch when it's half
Oh,
alive.
think about all the snakes and everything that are running around.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying that the animal kingdom is
I
violent in
don't like
itself.
spiders and snakes.
They act like we're like exclusive to that, like humans are the only ones that do that.
Where's
Yeah,
that where's
Nature's
that
that way,
retired person?
period.
I'll see. I don't know. We haven't seen him.
He's in the chat. He needs to come on. He needs to come on and talk about that state that's next to his that's probably going to influence his state to do the same thing.
but
Well,
animals,
yeah, he mentioned that he had a good pizza Friday.
Especially fish, dude. Fishing's really good for the environment because then ponds and lakes don't get overpopulated.
Yeah.
It
He
allows
said,
you to get rid of some of them.
hey, Brenda, he
Keeps it
said,
healthy.
Paul, you said he had a good pizza Friday?
Yep.
That means he must have bought it from somewhere. Loser.
but animals usually only kill for food. Man is the only one that kills for pleasure.
Yeah, but a majority of our food is killed for food, though. A majority of animals are chickens, cows, pigs. I mean, they go through massive industrial sized slaughterhouses that just run them down a line. It's not even, there's no humanity in it at all. Just machines killing these things.
Uh-huh.
So it's not like we're really just doing it for sport at that point. That's just being mass produced for the masses. Send out to grocery stores, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I think when you allow people to fish, stuff like that, it's healthy for the environment because it keeps a nice balance of animals and they don't get overpopulated to a point where it becomes a environmental
Yep.
problem because some lakes and ponds can get overpopulated really fast with fish.
What's going on with your other drone there, Paul? Have you
I
got
don't know. I
any
haven't
word?
heard. They're working on it.
They must have sent it to DJI in China to get it fixed.
No, I think they were going to order a thing and put it back together.
Yeah, but that's been 2 weeks.
Well, you know how everything is as far as shipping goes.
Shipping's not as bad as you think, Paul. You're making an excuse. You can get stuff as soon as next 2 or 3 days. It took 10 days for that drone from 9 days from China.
No.
Well, my RC Pro's being shipped. It should be here sometime next week.
And you're gonna like that drone. I mean that control.
Jody said it might be 3 weeks. Well, like I
3
said,
weeks.
I know DJI said they didn't have the parts at the time either, so they said it'd take up to 90 days. That was what, about a month and a half ago.
He wasn't buying it from DJI though. He was getting it from a seller on eBay.
Yeah, I don't know where he was sourcing the parts, but if you're sourcing them from DJI, you're gonna have to wait.
Hey, Joe, it says it's brand new open box.
LC. Here comes a
Here comes
loser.
LC.
Hey LC.
Hi, Lance.
Hey LC, I got a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Don't you know somebody that was a photography teacher?
Oops, did I turn the wrong thing down? I don't hear you, Joe. What'd you say?
You just didn't. Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
I said, don't you know somebody that was a photography teacher?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's that dude that used to put up some horrible 360 videos, right?
No, it's the guy that put out a video of fireworks that looked kind of flat.
Did you see my latest video?
I didn't see the latest video. The picture you showed this morning on Rodney's show, I looked at it and it looked kind of one dimensional. The one that Dennis needed your settings for.
Sure. Oh, yeah, 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 right.
Yeah, made me go look at your latest video. When'd you put it up? 'Cause it wasn't up earlier.
It's in the chat.
No, you
Yeah,
must have just put it up.
it's on, I need to make it
I get
public.
you, Jody. I
It's not,
understand.
it's not public right now. Let me make it public. Hold on. I've got two of them.
See that's why I didn't see it. You know, hey,
You-
but you knew it this?
Well, I am. Okay, hold on. Give me a second.
Now I understand Paul does it because he just don't remember. But
Actually, I did it on purpose for the company, but I'll make it live. I don't think they care.
you don't have to make it live. You can keep it private. I can go to it probably with that link.
Public. So I have both. I have both
I got
now. Oops.
Now it looks good now. Didn't look good when you showed it on his this morning.
So I've got two of them. Tell me which version you like better.
F18, 100th of a second.
F18. Good God.
F1 1.8.
1.8. Yeah. Go back and look at what you put in there this morning. I thought you said F8, F18. I might have missed a period. May have ran together.
Good thing you're not a girl.
That looked good.
And the second one, so I don't know which version I like better. I'm giving them two versions, but so let me tell you a story about this. You guys ready?
Yep.
So we get there about 10 o'clock. My daughter and I, she's going to be my VLOS. And we finally find the two guys that are running the show. Actually, let me even back up more. We get on the property and I immediately talk to a security guard and say, hey, I've got a drone here. I'm hired to fly it by the company. Just so you know that'll be me. And she says, okay, they've already taken two drones out of the air. So they've got the whatever they're called, to zap them out of the air. They've already done two, and they'll probably do yours too. She said, let me take you to the cop shop, the little cop station. So we went in there, nobody was in there. So I said, hey, there's cops down the way. I saw them. She said, okay, I'll walk you down there. Cops came and we went over to the cops and they, I told them what the deal was. I said, hey, I was hired by Sheep Productions and I'm flying the drone for the fireworks. And he said, well, no drones within, a 2-mile radius of this because of the World Cup. And I said, well, okay. I said, can you talk to Mike, the guy that hired me? He said, oh yeah, Mike, let me go find him. So he left for a while. And then he comes back. He says, sorry, we're not allowing any drones. I said, okay. So I said, I'm going to go find Mike. So I went into the venue, my daughter and I, and we found Mike and Terry, the two guys. And I told him the story. He says, and I said, and they're taking them out of the sky. He says, they can do that. I said, yeah, they've got the technology to do that. And he said, okay, well, let me call them. So he called, and then he was like, okay, hold on, let me ask. He says, give me your last 4 digits of your serial number on your drone. So I did. And he said, okay, so they're not going to shoot yours down. They've got your serial number. And they know that drone is okayed by me and the company, so you can fly it. So this was like at 10:30 by now, and the event was supposed to happen at 10:30 because everything in the tent was ending. So they were having all their events in the tent, and then when that ended, they were going to shoot the fireworks off. Well, they
Right.
also said, and bad news, we're about an hour behind. I'm like, oh geez. So my daughter and I kind of look at each other and say, okay. So 11:30 runs around. That should be an hour. Still nothing. Still nothing. Midnight.
I bet Lance was tired too.
Midnight.
Man out there.
Exactly. Midnight. Still nothing. Midnight. Still nothing. And we're like, really? So I go over and I say, well, I'm going to launch over here so I can see them. I just want to check out the grass and how tall it is, or if I'm going to, launch from the pavement and then bring it back over to the tent. And so as I'm doing that, fireworks start. I'm like, oh shit. So I've got to launch my drone. And it took it took 2 minutes to get everything set up, and it was way too long. But anyway, I captured some good.
So the cops ended up letting you take off anyway?
Cops let me take off because they had my serial number.
I told you, man, these fucking police agencies file for them grants. They get all them new toys like that.
You
Yeah.
should have said, Lance.
All shit they're getting.
You should have said, but I've got Lance approval.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know who I am? I'm Lance Approval. Here we go. Oh,
That'd be a good name for a company, Lance.
yeah.
And all of a sudden, and he falls out the sky.
So this is their big screen right here. If you can read that, it says Puyallup Tribe.
Oh, they're on top of
Health
it.
Authority.
Oh, gosh. That's about the best building you can shoot fireworks off of, I think. It's all nothing but concrete.
Yeah. Short and sweet. Short and sweet.
Tell it.
Just one Clorox wipe.
Clorox
It's a-
wipes.
You can tell him
Sponsored by
one,
Clorox wipes.
you can tell him Lance is
Clorox wipes when the bidet just doesn't work.
When the bidet doesn't work.
If your bidet doesn't do the job, be sure to get some Clorox wipes.
Hey, I don't hear your pupper dogs barking, Lance. I mean, Joe.
Lance don't have any.
I never
As soon
hear
as
him
you said that,
anyway.
one walked up.
Oh, really? Which one?
Tina, he can't hear you, but he walked up. I'm gonna put you outside.
I think I heard his dog for a second.
Yeah, you can hear barking at it, just started barking.
I can hear
Well,
it.
he gave me fits this morning on Rodney's show.
Oh,
They
did
got
he?
in the hallway and started fighting. There was a big fight in the hallway. Rodney said, sound like they're going at it. I said, yeah, they're fighting over the food. I said, because Cleo's laying there and won't let them buy it.
They all eat out of the same bowl.
No, they got 3 bowls. They got 3 different bowls, and Cleo won't eat out of her bowl, so I put some on the carpet right there on both sides of the door. A little bit on the carpet for them to eat and get over it. So she lays right there by it, and whenever they come by it, if she don't want it, she don't let them buy it.
She's guarding it.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, that's all her shit, bitch.
Yeah, but she's your baby, isn't she, Joe?
She's a bitch.
Hmm.
Might be my baby girl, but she is a bitch. Johnny should be back today around noon, he said. He's probably gonna bitch about this trip because of the amount of money they spent.
Hmm.
They spent at least $100 a day on fuel for the boat.
Wasn't that boat like a $1,200 or $1,400 rental too? I
Yeah,
think that, what was that per day or was that for the whole
no,
week?
that was the week. But you figure if it was 1,400 for the rental and $100 a day, so you're talking 2,100.
I think he said 1,200 is what they paid. Is it
Well,
12 or 14?
you're talking 2 grand for a week in a
Oh
boat.
yeah.
You're better off buying one and hauling it up there.
Boats don't get good gas mileage.
Hey, Cleo, her pill.
Live Cleo her pill. Oh Lord. That's probably why that is probably why Tino came over here, because they're getting on that routine.
Yeah.
Because he knew it was time to do something.
Well, yeah, because you've got that set to go off every day, and and they're looking for you to do something.
Yeah, about this time, so that their clock's working.
Yep, their internal clock is right on time.
Watch this. Cleo, you want your pill? You ready for your pill? Are you ready? Okay, let's go get your pill. Come on. Are you ready? Well, she all ready. You want your pill? Okay, let's go.
And Wednesday's your last day, right, Lance?
That is correct.
Nice.
I'm going to play that fireworks video. Have it blaring on all TVs in the building.
Did you watch any of the Curtis Cup yesterday then?
I did not. I did not. I watched the baseball game. Seattle Mariners.
All right.
But I will watch the US Open next week.
Yeah.
And the Curtis Cup is the Canadian one, isn't it? From Canada?
No, the Curtis Cup is America versus Britain and Ireland. The amateur women.
Okay.
All the college girls playing.
Shit, I'm gonna wipe down.
It's like they've got you've got the Walker Cup for the pro men. Then you've got the President's Cup playing against the rest of the world instead of Europe. Then you've got the Zolheim Cup, which is the women pros. Then you've got the Walker Cup,
Hey,
which
Joe,
the
Oh.
on Fox News right now, they're talking about killing that TDA head.
Yeah.
the Walker Cup, which is the amateur men, and the Curtis Cup, which is the amateur women.
Well, we got good weather today, good weather tomorrow. And sometime Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we got a front coming through. Actually, it's a cold front coming through and moisture from the Gulf, which is going to be the worst two things that could happen. they're saying that Mandeville area is gonna get 6 to 8 inches of rain in the next couple of days. So do I leave my car where it's at and get the money? Or do I move the car over here and save it?
Don't they get sick of paying you out for flooded cars?
They might get sick if they pay it out again. They paid 4 automobiles on State Farm.
Hmm.
1, 2, yeah, 4.
Hmm.
The 5th might be the charm, you know?
Hmm.
They're still ahead of the game. I've been with them 35 years.
Have you thought about getting a taller car?
I had an Xterra. Water was over the freaking dash. Can't get much higher than that. Humvee maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I went out there and looked at the Xterra and the water was over the dash, I said, "You got to be kidding me."
You have to
They had
get
a guy with a 5.0 Mustang next to mine, right? The sucker was halfway up his windows.
all right. You have to get a monster truck.
Yeah, that might work. The guy that lost his name was Sean. He lived upstairs, and it was a 5.0 Mustang. And this guy he was a paramedic, and he'd go outside before he'd leave and dust his car off. And when he get home, he'd dust his car off. He'd never put a cover on, but he would dust it before he left them, and when he came home to get all the dust off of it and leave it there. And at least once a week, you'd see him out there just washing it and cleaning it and polishing it and everything else and pinstriping it. I mean, he did all kind of work on his car. And water was halfway up the windshield.
Hmm.
He told me afterwards, he says, "You know what?" He went and bought a 4Runner, right?
Yeah.
And he said, "I don't care." He had a 4Runner over his mom's house. And then he went and got a Pathfinder. And he said, "All I want now is something to get me back and forth. I'm not going to have anything that looks good anymore. To hell with it."
Hmm.
He said, "I worked too hard on that car to have that happen." But if he had had his Pathfinder right there, it would have been over his dash. Because like I said, my
Yeah.
Xterra is the same size.
Why isn't that slow motion video?
Now, if
This
this spring
space-
doesn't work, I'm going to be pissed.
This SpaceX stock is taking the fuck off.
How much is it today?
It's 160.95. I mean, it's down a little bit, but not much. But the company evaluation is sitting at $2.10 trillion right now. That's fucking wild, dude. That's bigger than most European economies.
What did it open at? I can't remember.
I don't know. It doesn't say on my graphic. Just shows when
Think
it hit 168, but it got up to the highest of 176.
That's when I sold it.
It's gonna tie. It's obvious. It's gonna end up leveling out. I think it's gonna be between, like, probably somewhere between 160, 180, somewhere in there, and then it'll end up leveling out.
Johnny bought a whole bunch of unusual machine stock.
Oh, it was 135 to start. He said. Dusty said. That's how much it opened up at.
And Johnny bought, I think he said he bought 250 shares of the unusual machines the other day.
It's supposed to be. They're estimating of closing around 166 today. So I think it's gonna it'll balance out and then it'll just kind of find itself.
Go away.
Apparently, like what was it, like 4,000 employees are millionaires now?
something like that.
Like, it made a bunch of employees millionaires overnight.
It's crazy. He must have been paying him in stock too.
Imagine, dude, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Imagine owning like getting like 500 shares and you waking up the next morning realizing because they probably already guaranteed you so many shares when the minute they go live. So these
Right.
guys probably got a bunch of them racked up. The minute they go live and you wake up the next morning, all of a sudden you're worth like $10 million and you were probably worth like 100 grand the night before. That'd be crazy. I couldn't even imagine that feeling.
It'd be like the same money, same money when my check comes in, how I feel. I'm talking about my social security check. 'Cause until I get team pictures, I'm living social security check to social security check. All I'm
So
saying
a
is
lot
this
of
spring
these,
don't work this time, I'm pissed.
but a lot of these employees that work at SpaceX are there's a lot of them that are in their like 20s and 30s.
Yeah. A lot of them are
Very,
gonna be
very smart
ex-employees, what
young,
you talking about?
very smart young people. Very intelligent.
Oh, done.
I bet NASA's been poached for so many people from SpaceX. I can imagine they probably paid 10 times better too.
Yep.
It's probably been quite a handful of people that have left NASA to go there.
Printing a spring, right? Go away. I'm printing a spring. And the last one I printed, it broke. Print this one and it break, I'm gonna go buy one. First one was the diameter was wrong, and I don't understand how. Cause I had everything, change the diameter at the same time, so how did it miss? How? Well, when you print with PETG, that bit is hot. Go away. I already gave you stuff. Go. Go. What you did? The food you
What,
did.
she want
Go.
another pill?
No, I'm eating cereal, so she's trying to get stuff from me. Go away. You had everything. Everything you're getting. Yeah, this spring's been a pain in the ass to print.
What's that building in the front there, Lance?
This is the tent that
The
the
tent.
company,
Oh, it's a tent. Okay.
and that's where all the activities were last night inside here. And this is where I've flown. This is where I practiced my fly throughs in here.
I see it's got a big side door open. Could you have gone through that?
Oh yeah, I do. I've gone in and out on there's a door here, or big opening here, big opening here, one here, way down here on both ends. So this end looks just like this end over here looks just like this end with the openings. So I've gone in and out all the openings. So I think what I'm going to do is come in one of the openings to start my video and then, reveal what's going on inside. That one's not a bad shot right there. I like that, I think.
Oh, it's cool because you got a lot of the stringing from them coming up.
Yeah. I'll send him that.
So I saw a Instagram video. This woman came on. She says, the best kind of man is a man, it's a do-it-yourself man that knows that if he hears a certain sound, he could look at it and fix it and know that he could spend $30 in parts and save $1,200, right? So I pulled my shampoo out to get one spot yesterday, and it kept turning off, turning off. As soon as I get it started, it turned off. So I said, well, you know what? Let me see what it is. So I pulled the spool out, the brush, and the brush was really full of hair and everything. So I took all of that and cleaned it and everything. And then I put it back in and it turned off again, right? And I looked at it and I said, okay, it's got to be the brush. It's got to be a safety feature, something with the brush. So then I tried to turn the brush on the spindle, and the spindle would turn, but the brush was barely moving. So I looked at it and I said, now, where is this at? Where is this at? You know, because I couldn't see anything else. They had a little, like a little cotter, not a cotter pin, a little, one of those little U pins that go in and snap in place, you know, to hold it in place. So I pulled it loose and it still didn't come loose. So I grabbed the pliers and pulled it apart and got it to where that little bitty wheel came off. And I got that little wheel off and looked at it and I said, okay, it's just nothing but the wheel. So that's what it was to make it turn. So I brushed it out and cleaned it out, put it back, and it spun better, put it all back together, and it worked. So it took me about 15 minutes to probably save at least $60, $70 to buy another wheel. And I was thinking, that woman needs me. That's what I was thinking, you know. I said, I need to let her know I fixed this, and maybe she'll say, hell yeah, that's the kind of man I want. Because the way she looked, I could put up with some drama. Well, this thing breaks, I'm gonna be mad as hell. I don't even know if it fits yet. This is a spring, right? It's got a support that's going in and out of the spring. Don't make sense. There you go. That's the spring. And if it don't go in here, I'm gonna be mad. It don't go in there. God darn it.
Did you
No
put it
way.
sideways?
Hmm?
Did you put it sideways?
Now put it standing up, because that's the way it says.
I don't see
Come
why
on.
you would need supports though. It should be able to do it without it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I've done like
I gotta print it again.
I've done stuff like that plenty of times without supports.
Yeah, I know.
I just slowly built it as it would go around.
I'm gonna try it without supports this time. It was too big, and I measured this thing.
You just want to make sure
It's
you got a
not,
good brim around the bottom of it so it doesn't come off the bed.
yeah, it had a good brim. My God. So what's it? I gotta drop another 0.5 millimeter off of this thing to make it work. And I mean, I measured it with the caliper. So what I got it on now? So I'm gonna go 12.5.
Later, Jim. What's up, JD?
Okay, 12.5. Let's do that. Let's see. I'm gonna say no supports. I need a good raft. That's what I need on there. Do a 3 raft. That should hold it in place.
I always do outer brim, and if it's something like that I think is gonna be kind of flimsy and might fall over, I'll put like 7 layers out. So it gives it a huge base. I'll change it from 5 to 7.
Where's the brim at? I don't see it.
I do
I
outer
see-
brim only.
I
That's the
don't
one
see
I
it.
do. It should be where it says auto on support. So you click that and that's a drop down box. Should
I'm
say outer
looking.
brim.
I see everything with brim.
Oh, let me pull up and down the studio.
When I take it off, it shows me the raft. The raft should hold it anyway. Advanced. Might be under, I found it's under other.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were in the right menu. That menu.
Yeah, it says under other, it says bed adhesion. Rim type auto.
Yeah, I switch it from auto to outer brim only. And if you want a real sturdy, when you switch it to outer brim, you can put 7 instead of 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I just
That's
needed to hold
how many
it in place.
layer widths it is.
Let me slice it. That's what I want.
Because I had to do that with a piece I was printing a couple weeks ago. Because it would get almost to the end and it fucking fell over, and so I went and redid it.
See,
Had
I
to
got
put that on
I
it.
don't have enable support, but it's showing me supports again.
But it's not enabled.
Yeah, it's not enabled. Took it off.
Huh.
Okay, let's slice it again. See if it's still showing me supports. I don't want supports.
We were full size for that.
I wonder if it's that optimizing feature doing that.
Gotta be.
Like it's forcing it to do it.
Yeah, it's making me do it. Well, I'll just do it.
It's that new
I'll live with it.
optimization shit they put in there. I had one. I think I had one yesterday. It did the same thing. Let me see.
Yeah, just do it.
I think
Supports
I
won't hurt.
Which one was that? I think I had
Here we
one
go
yesterday
again.
too.
55 minutes. Actually, I'm gonna bring this down a little bit less. I said 12.5. I'll do 12. That way I know it's gotta miss.
Roger that, thank you. I'll contact you when we're at the Black River.
10 was too small. And maybe this thing just in case. I'm tired of printing. It's the third time I printed this thing. It's not a lot of anything to do, but it's just a point, you know. See, that don't make sense either. That's 12. See. You know what it's doing? Okay, I just measured this thing. This is right at 12 millimeters.
Yeah, that could be a 2J. Maybe it's in the print file. Forces it to do it.
That's telling me 12 millimeters, right? I was just printing it at 13 millimeters. Why did I print at 12? So 12 ain't gonna work. It's gonna have to be 11. So I'm glad I checked it. I'm gonna say 11.25. Slice the plate. 49 minutes.
Yeah, go over to objects and see if it has it enabled in there, Joe.
That wasn't. I looked at it.
There was no box in there that you could uncheck.
I'm gonna go double check. Hold on. I'll
So
double check.
JD's right. Sometimes in the object tab, it gives you like other things you can click off and on in there.
I don't
give you
really
different
need
options.
a tower if I got a brim. I got a brim on it. Let's go, other.
You go to
It says-
objects. No, up at the top where it says global and objects, go over to objects.
Hold on, yeah, okay. Nope,
There's no
Nothing to it.
boxes that you can check off on.
no, no.
Yeah, so like I said, sometimes, like JD said, sometimes it shows options in there.
Yeah, it doesn't give it to me. They're telling me, do you want a prime? Do you want a tower? I don't need a tower. That's okay. Let me double check. Let me go down some. Yeah, I got nothing saying enabling, says enable a prime tower, but I don't need it.
Because he had supports turned off, David, on one print, but it keeps adding supports,
Yeah, it's telling, it's
even
giving
though
me,
even though it's
giving me
checked off.
supports. Okay, we're good. I'll just do it like that. Here we go again. Another 49 minutes. I'm keeping these other springs though. I might need it or something else. The problem is I gotta get this spring to go in this hole right here. And then I could
What is
probably.
it?
I'll show you. Oh. Show you, hold on. The grenade.
Oh, okay. Can you put anything in it? It's like a little storage box or something.
No, it doesn't have anything in it, but you put the
Oh.
spring in it, so when you pull the deal and you let it go, this thing goes flying off.
Oh, okay. Does like a real grenade when you throw it.
Yeah. It's almost the right size too. Needs to be about right there. What I should do is reprint these and make it a little bit bigger, you know what I mean? Almost the right size. But I don't understand when I sized everything all at once, this spring should have been perfect, but it's way too big. And I'm doing the spring out of PTG. So that last, they said you could do PLA and it'll wear out eventually. This will last a little bit longer. See, that breaks. That just broke just by when I moved it. I don't know. It's probably not going to work.
I need to print that spring out of PETG.
That's what I'm doing.
Oh, I thought that was PLA or something.
I might print it out
Or
of PLA,
try-
see if it don't
yeah,
break as easy.
Try PLA, see. Might work better.
Might just, like I said, I might just go buy one. What are you talking about? Because if I take that to the store and buy one the size I need and just cut this one piece off right here and put the spring in there, it'll work. I could probably get one at Home Depot, one spring, you know what I mean? I gotta go there anyway. I got a piece of tile in my kitchen. They cracked on me. And it's cracked on me, and now it's coming up. And the other day I went and asked them if they had any tiles here and they don't carry them because they don't tile the kitchens anymore. They just use the wood stuff. And she said, well, I could come in and do your kitchen with the wood floor, right? And I said, no, don't worry about it. I said,
Why not?
because that's where they use the paper and then it'll wind up ruining the brand new wood floor. You see what I mean? And it's one area. And when they write off the paper, they've messed up that one tile. So I'm gonna just go buy 4 tiles today and pull it up and glue it down myself. And if it don't match, I don't care. I'll have something that'll make it look a little offset. You know what I mean? Because it's a dark brown. I mean, a light like marble, but it's got a brown in it. I'll find a brown to match it. Because they're gonna pull it up anyway. Any ships coming down, Paul?
Nothing going on. The dive boat's out here. That's the county dive boat, and they just a couple of divers jumped off it up there, and they're gonna float down underneath here.
They might just be practicing.
That or they're looking for something.
Yeah, but you would think you'd see some kind of more of a presence of law enforcement out there if there was something serious going
No,
on.
because it's got deputies on that boat. But yeah, or you'd see more than one boat. But yeah,
Right, that's what I'm saying. You'd probably see multiple boats out there. They're probably just out there practicing.
You ought to be. You see all those little boats flying around? You ought to go
Yeah.
chase some of them.
Why?
It would be fun. Get behind them and chase them for a little while.
No, I did that a long time ago.
Hey, when's that UFC fight supposed to be?
Next week, I think.
Is it free to watch or what?
I have no idea.
Joe, have you been watching the soccer games?
I watched last night.
I watched most of it. I fell asleep a couple of times, but
What do you look and see here? We get an actual date on that.
Yeah, when they went up 2-0, I said, "Hey, they won." Then a couple seconds later, it was 3.
Oh, it's tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, 8 p.m. Eastern. Oh, it's gonna be on Paramount Plus if you got it. I
I
got
don't have it.
Paramount Plus, so I'll be able to watch it. Won't cost me nothing.
Yeah, I don't have it.
No, but I'm sure you might have a Paramount channel on your cable, or your satellite.
I don't really watch that crap. I used to watch the fights and everything when I was younger.
I just want to
Don't
watch
watch
it
it
because
anymore.
it's at the White House.
I'll see the replay.
Yeah, right here. Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
What's this? Oh, thank you.
See, they said they reached a deal. Now they're saying it may be within reach. All they got to do, if they fire one anything, a drone anything at anybody, we need to go back to bombing for about 10 days. So
yep, I
stick
agree.
in my ass. Your ass.
Make sure I'm
Stick
paid
that
up
piece of
on
paper
that.
in
I
your
don't have to pay
ass.
till July.
To the hell with the spring, I just leave it like this. And the ring's too big. The ring wouldn't be that big.
They said we are 75% of the way there. I think that's higher now. Because overnight, Pakistani said or help mediating this. Also, the Iranian foreign minister said we've never been closer. President Trump quote tweeted that. Do you think we get a deal next year?
I've been, hey, JD, I've been here for 19 years. I'd rather just put $3 worth of tile down and fix it and leave it alone. It's just a pain in the ass for them to come scrape it all, put the new stuff in. Spend about 3 hours on it, and I got to keep the dogs in the back barking and everything else. Like I said, when I leave here, when I decide to move, when it's time to move out of here, they're not gonna. I got a $249 deposit. They may not give it back to me, but everything in this place is gonna be changed out. They're gonna have to repaint everything. They have to change every blind, everything, and all my blinds except for one is good. And the blind that's bad broke about 10 years ago. I went up there and put it all back together, make sure it stayed in place, and it's in a position where I don't use it anyway.
Jody, it's tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern. And it's on Paramount Plus. If you have that, it's free to watch. But if you have cable or satellite, I'm sure you guys have one of the channels that'll show it. You're gonna have a Paramount channel somewhere under.
I'm proud of Lance. Lance went up there and they said, "You can't fly your drone." He said, "Do you know who I am? Do you have any idea who I am?" And they let him do it.
Not after, but took Joe. It wasn't just automatic. They made several phone calls, and then the people that hired him had to make a phone call too.
Well, first off, it was a Indian property. They should have had jurisdiction. They should have been able to, because they own everything when they got that freaking property.
Yeah, but
The
they
Indian
don't.
reservation?
They still own the air.
Yeah,
I'm
they
telling
don't
you.
they don't control the airspace. I don't believe that
No,
doesn't make
not
any
over
sense.
any Indian. property.
But they can tell you not to fly from their property, land or take off, just like
Yeah.
any park or anywhere else that can do that.
Yeah, and if it's
So that
even
right
in a
there-
TFR, they should have gave him a, they shouldn't have gave him that much trouble. Because the TFR, the police know he's going to be right there. You know? Well, that's my other question. How'd he fly the Avata 360 earlier through the tent and around the area if they had a TFR up? Was it up then or not?
You'd think the FAA would have people in these areas when they're doing stuff like this to help coordinate crap like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You think they'd have an agent, if it's a big event going on like that, you think they'd have one or two people in that area that can help law enforcement coordinate that stuff. They might. I don't know. I'm just saying. They don't. They should.
If he was flying in the tent, in that classed as indoors, and therefore not under FAA regs.
But he flew from outside in.
Yeah.
Yeah, he started outside and then went in and came back
Like
out
half
and
and
went back
half.
in. He wasn't in the open long enough.
And if you're just doing drone videos just in inside buildings, the FAA has no right over any
Yeah.
of your footage at that point.
Nope.
You can still sell it without a 107,
Yep.
as long as you stay inside the building and do it. Because there's some people that do those kind of building shots. That's all they do for like
Yep.
bowling alleys, and shit
Concerts,
like
and they
that.
go flying FPV over concerts at 100 miles an hour. But they have good insurance. Was that a Falcon up there again? They're looking at?
Yeah, but there's not one there. They were looking for him.
Maybe one of those divers will find one of your drones.
Well, it's got my information all over it.
Oh, dude, I'm sure if you go along the edge of that thing, there's probably cell phones, all kinds of shit down there.
Yeah.
People dropped off the side of there.
Well, when I was out filming at the Chafunka River about maybe 3 weeks ago, it was when they had the boat races. There was a guy magnet fishing, and he pulled up a gun. That was
Oh yeah,
down
I've
there.
seen a lot of videos of them doing where they've pulled up old like bombs and shit out of water, like at old military bases are shut down and stuff.
Mhm. They pulled up a gun, got it up on the shoreline, took it off the magnet, laid it there, and all of a sudden you got Madisonville police and state police showed up. They actually had the bomb squad show up, and they come walking down there and looking at it,
Yeah,
and they put it in the container before they moved it.
yeah, there was a guy last year who was magnet fishing on YouTube, and they were going off of a bridge, and it was like a river that ran through an old military base,
Right.
and he pulled like 2 or 3 mortars up out of the water.
Oh yeah, I saw that one.
And that bomb squad had to be called out to come get them. There's like a whole
I'll be
groupie
bringing
of
that
them
thing out the
too.
water and see a mortar on it. I'm putting it back in, just leaving the magnet in the water.
Yeah, because he pulled it up, and I want to say there was like 2 or 3 that were attached to the magnet at once.
Oh hell
So
no!
a
That
whole group
magnet's
of
staying
them.
in the water until somebody
He
comes
picks
in.
it up, and then he pulls one off at a time and sets it down. I was like, oh hell no.
I wouldn't be taking them over. You set one of them off, set them all off. That would totally suck, wouldn't it?
AZ.
I think there's still a missing nuclear bomb somewhere in the swamps of Louisiana, isn't there? Or is it Florida?
I don't know. I've never heard that.
The one where they lost it out of that was it a B-51 back in the day?
I don't know. Like I said, I haven't
Let me
heard that
look
one.
it up.
Look at that. It's probably Louisiana because they came out of Barksdale. I'm gonna send a picture to my son. Where's my camera? Of this grenade in my hand. I'm gonna say, I lost this. Is this yours? Well, I'm gonna say I found it.
Oh yeah. It was back in 1958, right? It was an
Right.
F-86 fighter jet. And it went down, and he dropped a
I
15
found this. Is it
ton
yours?
thermonuclear bomb into the LaSalle Sound near Savannah, Georgia. And despite extensive searches, it's never been found. So there's
Where?
literally a
Georgia?
nuclear bomb sitting somewhere in Georgia, yeah,
Lord help me.
and they've never found it. And then there was another one off the coast of Spain that was ours that got lost out of 4, and they only recovered 3 of them. And one went down in the ocean somewhere really deep, and they never found it.
Yep. So I sent a picture of that little grenade to Nick. And I said, I found this. Is it yours? And he put a heart on it and said, might be.
And there was another one in 1965, and they never found it. It was a B-43 nuclear bomb. It was off of an aircraft carrier, and it went down in the ocean.
Wow.
That's crazy, dude. Think about all them nukes just sitting around the world, man. Maybe we'll find them.
Man, that's crazy.
I'm fucking Jay.
Today's gonna be a good day. You know why? It's gonna be really hot. So there should be a lot of people on the river. So I'm gonna go do that, and I might go over to Bogfalaya Park and fly around the kayakers too. There's a couple of videos then.
That was weird.
What?
I printed something out last night, which finished overnight. And I took it off the bed before. And I thought I'll print another one of it because it's the stackable spool shelves kind of thing. And it starts trying to clean the nozzle and everything. And then it comes up with an error message saying, printer is abnormal, cannot do prints. So I thought, well, I'll try and unload it. And it wouldn't even let me do an unload or anything.
Oh, wow.
So I just switched it off, left it a couple of seconds, switched it back on again, and it's fine again.
Well, too sassy. Yeah, she's barking at me again.
She wants your attention.
No, she's trying to get me to do something. I'll pet her and she'll be happy. My baby girl. She came over here and she put her head against me.
What's up, Debbie?
Debbie. Hey.
Quite nice, these stackable shelves, but coming at 3.5 hours each.
Oh, the
That's
one.
a long time.
What were those stackable shelves for?
Filament rolls.
Oh. Oh, you can print a whole wall out of them if you got enough filament, enough time, but you're going to spend as much filament as you are to store it.
I've
Better
got
buying that cabinet.
7 of them stacked up at the moment. So trouble is when you've got like 40 rolls of filament, you need a lot of them.
Yep.
Which is dysfunctional.
So who's buying a new printer on the 15th?
It's Amazon Prime Day later this year, later this month as well.
Yeah, Bamboo's gonna have it on the 15th. So,
Or they having a sale or something? I missed that. Sarah was calling.
yeah, the 15th, they're having that big 4th anniversary sale.
Hey, Debbie.
People
Wonderful.
dropping like flies.
Yeah, same thing, different day, Brenda. Or I mean, Debbie.
We got 20 miles an hour gusting to 40 again.
I'll let you hold him if you live near me, but yeah,
He
he's
doesn't
pretty
travel cross country very well.
cool. Doug sits up on the dash when we go somewhere.
He does in the car?
Yeah, sits up in the window. Likes the heat. Feels good.
I'm
He
gonna have
comes
to go
from a
look for
hot,
this.
humid climate, so that's what he likes.
Check out this,
Well,
Justin.
not so much humid, more deserty. More dry, hot.
Hot Wheels made a Jeep duck.
That don't surprise me.
That's gonna be a collector's item, you know that?
Yeah, people go out and buy the shit out of that thing.
I'm gonna have to go look for it. Go to Walmart and walk through. The employees probably got it.
Dude, there's Hot Wheel guys that show up at Walmart and they'll wait. Like back when I was working there, they were still open 24 hours.
Yeah.
Dude, these guys would come in at midnight waiting for us to put in Hot Wheels out. Like we had a group of guys that used to come in all the time together, and they would sit and go through the entire Hot Wheels display
Yep.
because we used to get one in like every month or so. We get a big old display of them. And they'd always walk out with every one of them would walk out with a handful of them. When I was growing up, one of my friends had a pretty big collection. He had a few hundred of them that weren't open. They were all still in the packaging. He had them up on in these cases that his grandma got for him.
Just imagine it being like on the Big Bang when they went to the comic book store. Got it, got it, got it, got it, got it, got it, got it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sure if you go on YouTube, there's probably channels that are just about Hot Wheels. And there's probably live streams like we do of just guys that sit around and talk about Hot Wheels. Would not surprise me.
Bill up in Seattle, he used to collect them, didn't he?
Who?
Bill in Seattle.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that. You used to see him post some sometimes on Facebook.
Mm-hmm. He hasn't done a live stream for ages, has he?
Him, Wedge and Big. There's quite a few people that were doing quite frequent live streams, and they've just kind of abandoned their channels for the most part. Well, not really abandoned, but they just
Stopped.
other priorities came into play.
Mm.
See, Bill used to take a break just during the holidays.
Yeah.
Usually at the beginning or through December, and usually like a week or two through maybe January, he wouldn't be
Mm.
live, but then he'd be right back at it again.
Yeah, he was on Drone Nation the other day. And said he hadn't been around. He's had some health issues. He hasn't been around.
Yeah.
He's coming. He said he's coming back.
He had a couple of operations, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, plus they have to take care of their daughter too. She has got I think she's like permanently wheelchair bound, I think, isn't she?
I don't know. Him and his wife run a care home, don't they?
Got a kick out of watching Chris Hope last night catching fish in his pond.
Yeah.
Caught that bass on the first cast.
Mm-hmm.
Show it, Johnny.
Figured more people are going to come on last night. I sent out links so much people. Sent them out to Al and Sean and you and
Yeah, I didn't come on because he only had 6 spots, so I didn't want to bump somebody. Get his regulars.
Who was the other guy? Um,
who was what?
I can't even remember what his name is now, but I didn't recognize him at first. Came in fairly late on.
Oh, the one that had the military hat on?
I don't know. I wasn't looking at the screen that often.
The drone, the Dan, the drone
Yeah.
veteran came on.
Yeah, Dan.
He's the only one I would think of that you probably wouldn't have recognized because he's not on panels hardly ever.
Yeah, it was Dan.
Yeah, because that's the first time I've seen him in fucking forever.
Aren't he going on about filming something with his Mavic 2 or something?
Oh yeah, he went like down this like really nice like river and it had a bunch of like waterfalls. It was really nice though. It was like rapids too, kind of.
Well, Justin, do you want to carry on? I got to go kick back a little bit.
I mean,
Yeah,
up to
okay.
you.
No, it's up to you. I'll leave you on if you want to keep going. If not,
Fine with me.
okay. You want me to make you a host?
It don't matter. I can take it if I need to.
Okay.
I mean, you can just give it to me. It don't really matter either way.
You're the host. I'll see everybody maybe later today or later on this afternoon.
You know, later.
Bye-bye.
Man.
Where David is, Laura's not there. He should be on.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised you're not.
Unless is there any football stuff going on right now?
No, not until 8 o'clock our time, 5 o'clock your time.
I know usually when he's watching stuff like that, he don't come on at all.
My football season's finished.
But there's no World Cup stuff going on right now, right?
No, next
Those are all
World Cup
nighttime, right?
the next World Cup game is at 5 o'clock Eastern. No, 3 o'clock Eastern.
Yep.
And that's Qatar versus Switzerland.
Oh, next week I got that 7-on-7. Boy, I'm not looking forward to it. It'll be 1 year when I got hurt, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was the type of game you were doing at the time, huh?
Yep, 7-on-7. I told Coach, I saw him yesterday, I said, dude, I'm just letting you know, half of the time I'm gonna be spinning inside.
They still play that on a full size pitch.
No.
Mm.
It's half the field.
All right.
You're 7-on-7, 50 yards. And you play, you get 4 downs. And if you make a first down, you get 4 downs. It's the same thing. You know, if you on the 4th down, if you don't make it, the other team just takes over, starts again. And they start at the 40-yard line. So it's a 40-yard field, 40-yard by 50-yard field. 50 yards wide, 40 yards long.
Yeah.
And that's all they play, that 40 yards. And it happens so quick. If you got quick people, you could take a 1-step drop and let the guy go, and he's got a touchdown that fast. It
Yeah.
is so hard to shoot a picture of. What
So
you
they
got to do is isolate a play and hope it's going to him.
So they just use the one end zone.
Yeah. Each side uses the end zone. And there's a quarterback. The guy snapping the ball, that's 2. Then you got a running back, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and double wide receivers. And 90% of the plays, one of them does a button hook, the other one does a go, the other one does a slant, and the other one slides across. That's 90% of the plays. And whoever's open is who the quarterback goes to.
Huh.
If you could beat somebody every time, you're gonna get the ball every time. Running back and catch the ball coming out the backfield. And there's usually a linebacker that follows him.
Mhm.
But 90% of the plays go to a wide receiver, and it's usually a quick slant, something quick. That's why, like I said, you gotta. I know some of the hand signals, so I kind of know some of the plays. So I'll be watching the guy giving the plays. So then I know, okay, maybe I'll isolate on Giacchetti this time, or be Cameron or somebody else, you know, or Landon, one of them.
Uh-huh.
But if I don't know the team, it's just strictly luck. Just point and shoot and hope.
Yeah.
And it don't matter. The paper just wants a couple of shots.
So
Yeah.
are you better filming photographing that from the end zone?
Actually, I do it from the 50-yard line. I still need the 10.
All right.
It's easy that way, because that way when the ball's thrown to the receivers, I get to see their face.
Uh-huh.
I shot these pictures the other day, but at basketball, volleyball.
Oh.
That's one of the girls right here. She was doing a kill for Mandeville. They said that, I said, who's your best players to the new coach, right? And
Makes
he said
sense.
this one right here was one of them. I got that one. Then let me go back. I got this one. There's another one. She's like 6'2", and she did a perfect block. I got the picture, you know. And then the coach. The
Is
coach
volleyball hard to shoot because they're not really moving around much there either. I mean, it's not that
volleyball is easy to shoot. That's
Is
the
it?
coach talking to the team.
because I mean their area of play is not that huge.
Well, the deal is what you do is when they the ball's volleyed in, what you do is you know it's going to the back line somewhere, usually. So then you just watch the back line and you look at the eyes, and as soon as you see them set to know they're gonna get the ball, you wait and you just follow it in, and you don't worry about where the ball's at. You wait till you hear the sound. As soon as you hear the sound, snap the picture, and it's usually coming right off.
We had a girls volleyball team in our high school.
Yeah,
I don't remember them being horrible, but I don't remember them being really good either.
Yeah,
I
my
didn't pay attention to that, to be honest.
my
That's what I was-
stepdaughter, my stepdaughter used to play volleyball at school, and she played for England Northwest.
Yeah, it's real popular among women.
Yeah, this is what I was saying. When you hear the sound, the ball's coming off like that. Like that. I heard the sound, and that's the ball's already gone. You see what I mean? Like that. That's one of the coaches. I heard the sound, and that the ball got hit. Same thing. I heard she went up for a block. She missed it, but they wanted her picture because she's a freshman and she's good. I like this one. She's getting ready to slam that sucker. Same thing with this one. That girl and this girl, 6'2". You can
want
see how
that-
tall she is.
Yeah, you want that height if you're gonna spike. If you're gonna be somebody that
Look,
spikes the ball.
Now, this is the coach. Watch this. Watch how pissed he gets. But she went up. She got one. She got one. She got one. What you want to do is hear. As soon as you hear it, bam. You know. My favorite one of all those pictures is the one of coach talking to the team. I was standing there when he got his team together. I ran to the other side, just picked up my camera, aimed in, and shot. Yeah, I like doing volleyball. You know what I love about it, Debbie? I get to sit in a chair. I sit in a recline. They got a like a desk chair, and it's big old
Good.
cushion desk chair. I sit back in that sucker and just kick back. I love when they have a dig, when the ball comes flying in and that girl's sliding across the court hitting it. I love that. Especially if you catch it just right, as she's got a hand on the ball, on the hands on the ground and hitting the ball's hitting the hand. It's hard to get. I only have maybe 3 in my lifetime like that. I got a lot of them, like I said, right after the hit. Mark, you still have a cat, right?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Debbie was asking you. Yeah, getting a shot on a dig is very hard. I could know when a ball's coming in football and kind of anticipate it. Same thing with basketball. I can anticipate a pass, anticipate somebody going up, but you can't anticipate a dig. It happens so fast. The only thing you got to do, and a lot of times I'll be sitting there with my camera and I've got it focused to the middle. I'm sitting there like this and I'm watching, and I'll hear bam, and I'll see somebody dive, and I just snap. And I've got it wide enough that I should be able to get it. But you screw it up too, because sometimes you'll hear bam like this, and you, instead of just snapping the picture, you do this, and then you got her feet in it. It's like, damn it, you moving with it. That really gets me mad when I know I've got that angle on it, and then I hear the slap, and I see the girl diving, and instead of me just snapping it, I'll move like this, and I'll snap it, and like I said, I'll get her legs, or I'll get all of her, but not her hands where the ball's at. Boy, that pisses me off the most, because a lot of times I only need 3 pictures, and I want to get the 3 best pictures real fast so I can get out of there. But I like when they're playing a good team, I'll sit there and take pictures of both teams, and I'll sit there the whole time, especially if it's a really good. If it goes like, I don't like them when they go 5. No, that's too long. Be there like a freaking football game. But I don't mind them going like 3, and 4 sometimes. It's like basketball. I think my favorite sport to shoot is basketball, because I sit on my little chair against the wall. The only thing is, the last couple of years, some reason these players have been almost running into me or being very close. And Debbie, I don't know if you were here the other day when I told you, when I told everybody the hardest I've ever been hitting was with a soccer ball in the face. The second hardest ever been hit was the other day. A volleyball got spiked. It was just spiking in practice, and it got spiked and hit me on the side of the face, hit me right here.
Mhm.
That sucker, God darn it. And the ironic part about it is I was like this, looking this way, and the ball came in and hit me right here. And it hit me so hard, all I did was go, ow. I didn't even flinch. Yeah, I played football and baseball, and I played basketball until the guy started slapping it back at me. And then I started shooting outside shots, 3-point shots, and I could make them until they realized that's all I was going to do, and they started slapping back at me again. So I said, that's it. My little 5'6" frame wasn't going to work. But I played football and baseball and softball. And the last game I played in football, I was 34 years old, 31 years old. Was the last time I played sports. 31 years old, and it was just, I couldn't stand the fact that after each game, I had to go put my knees in ice, and by the time my knees start feeling better, we had another game.
Yeah.
And then it'd be all over again. But the last year I played, I was 31 years old in Hawaii, played for the Marine Corps, 3rd FSG. Yeah, that wasn't 3rd FS, that was in Okinawa. I'd have to go back and look at it. I don't remember that shit. But I was playing for I was playing for the maintenance battalion. I can't remember what the branch was, what the organizational code was. But I was playing for them, and we were actually playing supply, and I knew everybody over there. And the first pass of the game, the quarterback threw, I picked it and ran it in for a touchdown. And then he came out and they did the same play over the middle, and I picked it and ran it in for a touchdown. And then they came back out, got the ball again. He did a play action, tried to hit the tight end over the middle again. I picked it and ran it in for a touchdown. 3 consecutive plays. The guy Hawk that I used to know real good. He was about 6'6". He had the quarterback by the face mask and by his jersey, saying, "Quit throwing the ball by him. Don't throw it by him anymore." I said, "Hawk, you throw another one, I get it." But I learned that if a tight end was coming across the middle, all you had to do as a linebacker is take about 3 steps up and you're gonna jump the route. I learned that in junior high school when a tight end, when the quarterback threw the ball directly at me and I'm standing there waiting for it, thinking he's screwed up, he's throwing it to me. And I'm standing as a junior high and I'm standing there like this, and the tight end go right in front of me with the ball. And I learned right then, you don't stand there, you jump the route. And ever since then, a tight end coming across the middle, if I saw him coming across the middle, I could jump the route. I was quick enough. I may not catch it every time, but I could get in front of it. Hey, Mark, I jumped when we were playing 8th District New Orleans. We were playing here,
Uh-huh.
and it's really bad weather. Really bad weather. We're playing in the rain. It's really bad. And nothing. Scores nothing. I mean, nobody got any footing, anything. You know, the running backs got the advantage because they know where they're going. And I was a running back. We were getting yardage, but we just couldn't keep it going. You know, because it was just too messed up in the middle of the field. So the second half, they got to kick off to us, right? So I'm sitting back there, and I know they're not going to kick it to me. They're going to kick it somewhere in the middle of the field. Somebody's going to have to just jump on it, right? So I'm staying. I looked at Jameson and I said, "Switch with me. Let me move up one." And he said, "Okay." So we flip flop, and I'm standing there watching, and the guy does a little squib kick over the front of the line, and it bounces, and I start running towards it. It bounced and it came up, and it bounced the second time. I knew it was going to bounce again. And I looked up and I said, they're not even running hard at this thing. They're thinking we're not going to do anything. That all went through my mind. I snagged that ball, and I was running full speed when I grabbed it. And all I remember was I saw 2 guys reach out, and one touched me on this side, and one touched me on this side. And I was going up the field like this. And I could hear somebody running, and I'm running. And this is like 70 yards. I'm running. And I was one of the fastest guys out there. And I could hear somebody running, and I glanced to the side, and I saw my coach running the sideline too, like this. And he's hollering, "Keep going, he's coming. I could hear that, right? So I knew somebody was getting close. And I didn't know if he had angle on me or what it was. It was actually the kicker that had the angle on me. So when I knew he was coming at me, I started running right at the flag just to make that angle harder. And I'm running at that thing, and I could hear those steps getting closer and closer and closer and closer, right? I got to about the 8-yard line, and I felt something touch me, like right here, like he was reaching for me. I mean, all I did was this, just held the ball out like that. About the time he came down and grabbed me, and I was over the goal already. You know, only scored a game. Boykins is the coach. He looked at me and said, "What made you do that?" I said, "They were just standing there. They were just standing there. I knew I could split them."
It's where they hit that fucking building.
Well, they hit his house, didn't they?
Yeah, right here.
Damn. He going, ha.
Apparently that was in cooperation with Venezuelan government.
You know what it was? It was they sang that the reprise of the song, "I Can't Survive." That was what it was.
No, they don't want to be next on the chopping block, so they're doing whatever the fuck Trump wants.
We got a point.
They,
Ow.
and now Cuba's trying to talk all kinds of shit. It's like, bro, I'd be shutting up. I wouldn't be saying nothing to nobody.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
I'd be
talking.
sitting over in my corner being quiet. Just saying, dude, you don't know what Trump's going to do tonight. You challenge him, and he's a type A personality. That's how all these billionaires are. It's their way. Like to get to the level of success with people like that, you got to have a certain personality, and it's got to be like you know,
Yep.
you got to be very firm with what you want.
Yeah, he was the story behind him meeting Melania. He was very firm with what he wanted. He was actually on a date when he met Melania. The date got up and he asked Melania for her phone number.
Hmm.
That's funny.
And the worst thing for Cuba too, I mean, there's literally a naval base right there on Cuban
Yep.
soil. Like that's even worse. They already got us a forward operating base stage ready to go.
Yep.
Where's
Okay.
Guantanamo?
That's
Cuba.
on Cuban. That's on the Cuban island. We actually have a naval base in Cuba,
Yep.
and we
Yeah,
sent.
so
They apparently we have sent them a check every. I don't know if it's every month or every year for the original lease agreement. That apparently they don't ever cash them.
shoot, they might cash it now because they need it. You don't hear much lately because they were saying Cuba didn't have electricity, all the other stuff that they were being really cut off. They haven't heard much of that since.
Well, you don't really see a whole lot of footage coming out of Cuba either, too. Though, so you see it every once in a while, but they don't show a lot of footage coming out of it.
So where did Lance go? He just came on again like he does, huh?
It muted, turned his mic off. He's probably sitting there.
Probably gone back to sleep.
You know what he's
Is
saying?
he-
He's saying, I'm just sitting here, you losers.
Dude, starting next uh, Thursday, he's gonna have a lot of free time.
We'll never see him.
Yeah.
You know that, right? We're never going to see him because his wife's going to have him do honeydews.
Mhm.
He's going to say, I'll go back. I'm going back to work.
That's it. They always say that retirement is when you suddenly get all the time to do all of the things you didn't know you had to do.
You got a point.
Right, and you know, if you're so one of those people that where you want to keep busy, you just got to find a couple hobbies. You know, you either go join like a bowling league or shuffleboard club, something, or do drones. You know, you find some kind of hobby to keep you busy.
Or move to the villages. It's a whole different kind of hobby.
Uh,
Huh.
how many penicillin shots you can get in 1 year?
Yeah. You go to the doctor and say, do me a favor, give me a prescription for penicillin. Why? I just want to take it just in case.
Mhm.
Just taking it proactively.
There's like a bunch of older couples. There's a lot of probably widowers and widows living in there. Guys and girls.
Yep.
It's all 55 and older. That place
Can't
is a
believe
city
it.
within itself. They have their own banks, their own grocery stores, everything. And then there's an outer perimeter wall that goes all the way around it.
Word.
I think it's the biggest community. I think it's the biggest community in the United States or HOA or something like that.
Yeah, that's the problem. I wouldn't
That-
move there
that-
just because it's HOA.
If you go on the map and you can go on the map and put in the villages and it'll pop up. It's fucking huge.
And then measured this again and it's still off. I mean, it's so close to being right. I'm about to just take the Dremel out and sand it a little bit.
What are you printing a spring for?
But a grenade.
No.
Yeah, I mean, it's stuck. Now it's stuck in it. Stuck.
Yeah, dude, they got over 150,000 residents in there. That one community. That's fucking wild.
Now I'm gonna break it because I got it stuck in it. Okay, I'm getting the Dremel. Going in.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna get the Dremel and just sand this thing down a little bit to make it slide in there easier because it's close. It's like right there. I'm gonna make it work. I'm not printing it again. I technically don't even need the spring. Just leave it like it is, you know?
Yeah. I really like the Toto battery operated one, man, because it's got the 5 speeds on it.
Yeah.
I wish my Dremel was multi-speed. But I've
That's
used
what
this
mine
a
is.
bunch of times to smooth out prints and just put it on a real low speed. Just run a little sandpaper wheel,
Yeah,
very fine sandpaper wheel.
that's what I'm doing right now.
Works really good for like knocking off little beads of filament too. Just gotta be really careful with it. As long as you're steady with your hands, you'll be good.
Almost. Almost. Oh. Broke the spring.
You broke it?
Yeah, I broke the spring. I knew this spring wasn't gonna work because it's not thick enough. Well, you know what I'm gonna do?
Set the infill higher.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take this spring, that right there.
I didn't know
With me.
Hoto had a little handheld vacuum. That's pretty cool. How
I'm
much
taking
is
that to Home Depot and finding me a spring.
Is that? I wonder if AZ's still listening. I wonder if he's got the little Hoto vacuum.
Thought the infill was 100% on this.
You could make yourself a spring with a bit of copper wire and wrap it round a screwdriver.
All right, if I had copper wire.
Hmm.
Better just to go spend $1.49 and get a spring. You take this little piece right here, see the top part, and just clip it off right there and get the spring to fit on there, and then I'll just use that as a top piece. You know what I mean?
Just imagine Joe taking the hand grenade into home.
Yeah, that's all I need.
Yeah. And saying, I just got to try and find a spring to fit this.
Well, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna say, I need a spring about this length, like this to fit this. What's that for? Hand grenade. Hand grenade. Yep. It's for a hand grenade I made. The worst part about it is I got a spring I thought was gonna work, but it's not long enough. I can't, and I got a toolbox with all kind of crap in it. I don't think there's anything in there. Like a
Let's
spring
see
big
if they.
enough. I might have to go look.
Would a spring from a, what's it, a biro work?
From a what?
A biro,
I don't know.
a pen.
Yeah, I don't know. Actually, they say it would. I don't think it's long enough. But it's got to be that size, bigger than that, at least that size. I don't know where it went. Cut the
Says
thing
he's
off to
not
make it a
watching
flat
anymore.
surface, and it flew.
Not the messenger been asking. I want to know if that Hoto vacuum is any good. See if he has it.
Now this is going to be the piece that's going to go on the top because it's flat. I just need the spring to go underneath it. The spring needs to be about that size. Could be a little bigger. That'll work. I just need it.
I don't have any good prints for this fucking thing. I only got like one or two, and that's it. They're not very good ones. Don't want one that hangs off the pegboard. I want an actual stand for it. It's too fucking flimsy. It needs to be higher than that. I don't like that at all.
I got this spring the other day, thinking that would be enough, but it wasn't big enough.
Well, you bought it at the store?
No, that came out of something. I can't remember what it came out of.
It's why if you're gonna make stuff that uses springs, just buy like a big ass bundle of mixtures of them.
Well,
Probably be cheap. You could probably get like 1,000 with like 10 different sizes that you can just have on here.
I just figured out a way to do this, maybe. I may have figured this out. Maybe we'll do it with that spring.
Is that a case for this one? Oh. There we go. Yeah, I like that. Nice. I want some.
But I kept this other one. I got an idea. Got that idea going. Haha. Guess what? Yeah.
What's up, Dusty?
Yes.
Here you go, watch. Ready? You saw it?
Oh, no, shit. I was looking at something.
Watch.
I read it. Oh, okay.
I took that other one, put it in there, I cut it and put it in there upside down. Put that little spring I found in there and put the, what you call it, the spring on top of it between the two. It works. Save me having to go get something. So now I got it. Yes. So it holds. There you go. See, like that. You gotta, sometimes you gotta adapt and improvise. Done. And that's got that spring there too. It might work in it. I didn't think about it. Just put the flat board on one end, flat board on another, and use the spring in the middle. Marine Corps, hoorah!
Mhm.
That's what happens when you we were the willing. Let's see how they did it. We were the willing, led by the ungrateful. That it came down to we were able to do anything with nothing for so long. Now we could do uh everything with I can't remember what it was. I have to go look it up. But it was we're now able to do everything with nothing or something like that. I'll find it. I wanted to say it the other day, I couldn't remember it. Here you go. It says we it says we the willing are led by the unknowing are doing the impossible for the ungrateful. We have done so much for so long with so little. We are not qualified to do anything with nothing. I had that on my wall in the Marine Corps. Oh, need a grenade. Might have to make me a plaque, like print it. And he's got we the unwilling, but we used to have we the willing. She walks up to me and balks at me, looks at me, right? And then she'll look at me and I'll pick up the thing and she'll look at the ground like, throw it right there. You want this? You want a piece of this? There you go. You got it. Now go away. That's it. Let me play with my grenade. Oh, that would have been a problem. As soon as I pulled the pin out, I milked it. We used to throw the concussion grenades like this. And we used to tell the guys, you put it in see, I milked it again. Put it right here. And your fingers like that. Like that. I can't see. Hold on. Like this. In the hand. And get your grip around it. And make sure you gripping that sucker. I want to see whites and knuckles. Like this. You pull that pin and we pull the pin out, we pull the pin, and they have to hold it like this with both hands on top of each other. Like that. And we'd only let them hold it for about 5 seconds. You know, it was 8.3 seconds to fuse. And we'd only let them, I mean, as soon as we pull it, we didn't even give them 5 seconds, if I remember right. It was like 3. We'd say, okay, we got it, throw it. Like that. Because if they screwed up, we had at least 5 seconds, you know. If you dropped it, stand at attention. Let me worry about it. Because I'm going to kick that bitch down in that little berm. It wasn't enough to, it was a concussion grenade. It wasn't enough to kill somebody. Unless you just, it was right, like right here. But it was enough to ruin your day for a couple of days.
Yeah.
You might lose your hearing for a little while. Remember, like I said, the guy that kicked it into the little drop off, as it went down the lip, it was maybe about 1.5 inches, 2 inches in the lip when it went off. And because it was so confined, when that concussion went off, it actually threw pieces of concrete everywhere. All those little cinder blocks that was built on went flying around. That would have been a frag grenade. They probably would have died. But it was like grenade, boom, ceasefire on the range, ceasefire on the range. That was like that quick. And all I was doing was looking, saying, oh shit, are they all right? You know, because now we got to write paperwork. Oh, yeah, you all right? Well, this guy came up, we had to go get him. He got up and he started beating the crap out of the guy. Because the guy dropped it and went after it and pushed him out the way. He was lucky he kicked it. If he wouldn't have kicked it, somebody got hurt.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta jump off. I don't know if y'all want to keep it going, but
Yeah, do it. I'm gonna go and find me a place to fly my drone because it's gonna be a beautiful day today, and I'm thinking there's gonna be people on the water.
I'll catch y'all later.
All right.
Talk to y'all later.
Bye.
Later, Mark. Later, Lance.